Do you have diarrhea and still can't get to the root of what's going on? You've seen all the specialists and still can't get answers? Let's talk about the integrative medicine approach. So first, I tell people eat a lot of cooked, nutrient-dense foods. So soups and stews, things that are very warming, but they're cooked, so they're already broken down and they're a lot easier for your GI tract to absorb. Next, focus on your fiber intake. And so ideally, you're eating between 30 and 40 grams of fiber a day. So getting that through diet is excellent. You can also add things like psyllium husk, chia seed, flaxseed, or you can take a supplement. I always tell people when you take a supplement, be careful. You want to start slow, small amounts, and slowly increase because it can cause the opposite effect, a lot of GI upset. And then make sure you're hydrated because, again, a lot of GI upset if you're not drinking enough water with the fiber. And then digestive enzymes, which will actually help your body break down the foods. So when you're having diarrhea and the loose stool, it tells me that your body's not able to absorb a lot of the nutrients, especially if you're having any sort of urgency or GI irritation when you have food. So it's going through your system really quickly. That also tells me you're not actually absorbing the nutrients of the food that you're eating. And so if you don't have a gallbladder, for example, and you have a hard time absorbing fats because the gallbladder makes the bile, which helps our body break down and absorb fats, it's really important that you consider something like an ox bile, which is a type of digestive enzyme that helps your body emulsify or break down fats. And then also considering something like IV therapy, where you're getting a dose of nutrients through an IV, so it's skipping your GI tract, and that in the interim can help increase your nutrient stores while we work on healing your GI tract. Another important piece is functional stool testing. I can't stress enough how important this is because it can test for things like leaky gut. There's a specific marker that we look at that can actually tell me if there's leaky gut happening in your GI tract. We can look at the actual microbiome or the assortment of bugs in your GI tract and pick a really specific probiotic for you in your system. And then we can screen for things like parasites and bacterial infections and a more broad assortment of things that a GI can't even look for. We consider things like food sensitivity testing. Are there foods that you're eating that are causing these symptoms? I tell people make sure that you're adding electrolytes to your water, and then consider the nervous system and stress, because how your emotional state is and your mental well-being can really also affect your GI system and how well you're absorbing food. And if you're really stressed, it's hard for your body to break down and assimilate the foods that you're eating. And sometimes that can be a trigger for chronic diarrhea. So we go through all that and more. Please let me know if any questions.